Hi, this is Sheridan from Armory. I'm the chief gunsmith here, and today we're taking a look at the Angstadt Arms. I really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. 1022 integrally suppressed barrel. This is the Angstadt Arms 1022 integrally suppressed barrel. I haven't seen it other than photos online and stuff like that. I have not handled this or seen it, so I'm excited to get to tinkering with it. Alright, some paperwork, warranty, some O-rings, and the tube. Alright, I think what they said is that it is a FDE Cerakote. I'll go and double check that. And if they do, I mean, it's a good Cerakote job. Laser engraved through it. Charlotte, North Carolina. I always forget that they're like right next door. We are located in Mebane, North Carolina, which is like an hour and a half or so, depending on where you start, from Charlotte, North Carolina, where Angstadt is. And it's always really cool to see like small world shit. You know, like Bear Creek Arsenal's like right down the road, like an hour away in Sanford. They've got a little bit of machine marks on the locking lug, either like made on a Monday morning or a Friday afternoon, or more likely just like a slightly old piece of tooling. But other than that one slide mill, everything else looks excellent. Up here, it's got a little schmutz that won't wipe off. I'll probably just have to sand it off or something. But it looks good. I mean, at least like the Cerakote job is excellent, the lathe work is excellent, and tube looks pristine. It's actually really interesting the way the integrally suppressed stuff is designed. When I look down the barrel, I think that it's dirty, but it actually isn't, because I'm just seeing a bunch of holes in the bore that lead into this long chamber, this one big fuck-off chamber, to hopefully take any kind of supersonic round and make it subsonic. I don't know if that's how it works. To my understanding, that's how it works. That's part of the reason why you do integrally suppressed barrels. There's a bunch of good reasons for it, but for example, the MP5 SD, their integrally suppressed barrel is designed to take any like hot supersonic cartridge and take it to a subsonic level, so that you don't have to source sub ammo in order to use the suppressor to its best capabilities. Obviously, you'll always get better results with subs through your can, but the integrally suppressed stuff allows you to kind of circumvent that. So we'll try this sometime with supersonic ammo, and I believe we've got some 22 Whisper we can throw through this too, which is subsonic 22. So there's lots of pros and cons to this barrel, the Angstadt specifically, or more likely the integrally suppressed route. This is the end of the gun. Like, this just replaces your barrel. You pull your old barrel off and put this new one on. That means it's super short. You don't have to worry about threading your barrel and then getting either an adapter for like a quick detach or direct threading. Normally for 22s you would just direct thread it. Direct threading a can onto your thing, and now you're going from a 20 some odd inch barrel to a 28 inch barrel because the can is 8 inches or 6 inches or something like that. You don't have to worry about that. You get used to this, it is always suppressed, and it is always the length that it is. You don't need to extend anything to add a can. It's already quiet. The cons, like, you have to swap out your barrel, entirely swap. And the other con, more importantly, like to poor people like me, this costs more than a 1022. This is almost 2 of the guns that it is going into. When we're talking super cheap, like a 1022 you can get for sub $100 sometimes. You can find them for, you average about $200. This out the door is more than $450, $500. So it's spicy in relative terms. For a can, especially an integrally suppressed barrel, that is cheap as hell. Specifically related to 1022 stuff. The whole reason you do 22 stuff is because it's tiny, plinky, fun, and more importantly, cheap. This kind of ignores that, but we'll see what happens. I believe that the effectiveness will outweigh any negative from the cost. 400-ish, let's say $500 to be safe. 500 is nothing in the firearms world, essentially nothing. You're only starting to get into okay AR tiers. Everybody wants an AR, everybody has an AR. They're the bee's knees. In the very near future, we're going to be slapping this on one of our rifles, and we'll really get to tinkering with it, really put it through its paces, and we'll go from there. My name is Sheridan. This is Armory. Guns up.